Imagine channeling every challenge, every obstacle into the fuel that powers your journey towards serenity and strength. This isn't just a dream, it's the core of Stoicism, a philosophy that has echoed through the ages, teaching us that true power lies not in conquering the world, but in mastering ourselves. And who embodies this mastery more than Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, whose legacy is not of battles won, but of wisdom shared? Today we stand on the brink of rediscovery, diving into 10 transformative Stoic principles that Marcus Aurelius left behind, each a beacon guiding us toward a life of profound calmness amidst the chaos of our times. These principles are more than just philosophical ideals. They are practical tools forged in the reality of daily struggles to help you find peace, resilience, and joy in life's simplest moments. So, if your heart yearns for a harbor in the storm, if you seek a life marked not by what happens to you, but by how you respond, join me. Let's embark on this inspiring journey together, exploring the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and unlock the secret to embracing calmness in a world that never stops moving. In the bustling tapestry of life, where the only constant is change, how do we find an anchor? How do we not just survive but thrive amidst the whirlwind of events that seem beyond our control? The answer lies in embracing one of the most fundamental Stoic principles, a lesson imparted by the great Marcus Aurelius himself. Understanding what is within your control. This principle is rooted in the Stoic concept known as the dichotomy of control, which divides the elements of our lives into two simple categories: things we can control and things we cannot. The dichotomy of control teaches us that our power lies not in the external world but within the realm of our own thoughts, actions, and responses. External events, be they the weather, the actions of others, or global occurrences, are beyond our direct control. Attempting to exert power over these can lead to frustration and despair. However, our perspectives, decisions, and reactions remain ours to shape. It is here, in the cultivation of our inner landscape, that we find true agency. Focusing on what we can control does more than just redirect our energy towards productive ends. It leads to a profound peace of mind. When we stop pouring our energy into the unchangeable, we begin to harness the power of acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity or resignation. Rather, it's a dynamic state of acknowledging the nature of things, then choosing to act where our efforts can have a real impact. This shift doesn't just alleviate stress, it transforms our entire approach to life. Imagine if facing a difficult situation at work. The dichotomy of control invites us to differentiate between the stressors within our control, our preparation, our response, our openness to learning, and those outside it, like the decisions of our colleagues or the state of the economy. By focusing our efforts on our own performance and attitude, we cultivate a sense of competence and calm, even in the face of adversity. Thus, understanding and applying the dichotomy of control is not about shrinking our world to the small circle of our own actions, but about expanding our influence within that circle. It's about recognizing where our true power lies and seizing it with both hands. In doing so, we not only navigate life more effectively, but also find a deep and enduring calmness that no external storm can disrupt. In our journey through life, we often come face to face with obstacles that seem to block our path at every turn. Yet, what if I told you that these very obstacles are not barriers, but gateways to growth, resilience, and unparalleled success? This brings us to our second principle, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. This principle is encapsulated in the powerful notion that the obstacle is the way, a concept that challenges us to flip our perspective on adversity and see it not as a hindrance but as a path to achieving our goals. The essence of this principle lies in leveraging the challenges we face as tools for personal and professional development. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable walls, we learn to see them as stepping stones. Each difficulty becomes a chance to practice patience, creativity, and perseverance. This Stoic mindset transforms the way we approach life's inevitable hurdles, turning each into a catalyst for self-improvement and success. Let's delve into some real-life examples of how this principle can be applied. Consider the story of Thomas Edison and his quest to invent the electric light bulb. He faced thousands of failures, each an obstacle on his path. Yet, Edison famously reframed these not as failures, but as steps towards his goal, famously saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His persistence in the face of obstacles ultimately led to a breakthrough that changed the world. Another inspiring example comes from the world of sports, in the figure of Michael Jordan. Cut from his high school basketball team, Jordan faced early rejection, a significant obstacle for any young athlete. Instead of letting this defeat him, he used it as fuel to work harder, eventually becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Jordan's story exemplifies how embracing obstacles as opportunities can lead to greatness. These examples illustrate the profound impact of adopting a Stoic approach to challenges. By embracing obstacles as opportunities, we not only overcome them but also emerge stronger, more resilient, and closer to our goals. This principle teaches us that the path to success is not in avoiding obstacles, but in engaging with them, transforming each challenge into a stepping stone towards our aspirations. In the midst of our fast-paced lives, where the past lingers and the future looms, finding a moment of peace can seem like searching for an oasis in a desert. Yet, the tranquility we seek may be closer than we think, nestled within the confines of the present moment. This brings us to our third principle, inspired by the Stoic wisdom of Marcus Aurelius: practice mindfulness and presence. It's a principle that beckons us to anchor ourselves in the now, to fully embrace the moment at hand, and in doing so, discover a wellspring of peace and clarity. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, faced his own share of turmoil and challenges, yet he found solace in the practice of mindfulness, a concept deeply woven into the fabric of Stoicism. He urged us to focus on the present, writing, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions." His words serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of living in the present moment, emphasizing that the here and now is all we truly have control over. But why is this focus on the present so crucial? Living in the moment allows us to escape the endless cycle of regret over the past and anxiety about the future. It opens our eyes to the beauty and opportunities that lie right in front of us, often unnoticed when our minds are elsewhere. By practicing mindfulness, we cultivate a state of being fully engaged and aware, enabling us to approach life with a sense of appreciation, acceptance, and heightened awareness. Let's consider how this principle can be applied in our daily lives. Imagine you're walking through a park, absorbed in thoughts about a mistake at work or worried about an upcoming meeting. In this state, you're blind to the beauty around you, the vibrant colors of the flowers, the soft rustle of the leaves, the laughter of children playing. By consciously shifting your focus to the present, to the sensations and sights around you, you allow yourself to truly experience the moment, freeing yourself from the chains of past and future. This simple act of mindfulness can transform an ordinary walk into a rejuvenating experience, illustrating Marcus Aurelius' wisdom in the most beautiful way. Practicing mindfulness and presence, as Marcus Aurelius teaches us, is not about ignoring the past or future, but about finding balance. It's about recognizing that while we cannot change what has happened and cannot predict what will come, we can control how fully we live in the present. This principle invites us to embrace each moment with our full attention, to live deeply and meaningfully, finding joy and serenity in the now. In a world that often emphasizes what we lack over what we possess, cultivating a sense of gratitude can feel like swimming against the current. Yet, it is precisely this practice of thankfulness that can transform our perspective, enriching our lives with a deeper appreciation for the gifts we often take for granted. This leads us to our fourth Stoic principle, inspired by the wisdom of the ancients: develop an attitude of gratitude. By actively practicing gratitude, we open our hearts to the abundance that surrounds us, shifting our focus from scarcity to abundance, from what's missing to what's present. Marcus Aurelius, though an emperor with unparalleled power and wealth, consistently reflected on the importance of gratitude, He knew that true wealth was not found in the expanses of an empire, but in the richness of a contented heart. His meditations often returned to the simple yet profound joys of existence, the beauty of nature, the virtue of service, the value of friends and family. He understood that gratitude is not a passive response to what we've been given, but an active cultivation of appreciation that enriches our lives. But how does one develop an attitude of gratitude, especially in challenging times? It begins with mindfulness, with taking the time to observe and reflect on the blessings that permeate our everyday lives. This could be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your skin, a kind word from a friend, or the comfort of a home that shelters you. By acknowledging these gifts, we anchor ourselves in the present moment, countering negative thoughts and emotions with a powerful sense of well-being. Gratitude also teaches us resilience. When faced with adversity, a grateful mindset helps us to see the lessons and opportunities hidden within our struggles. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending difficulties don't exist. Instead, it's about recognizing that within every challenge lies the potential for growth, learning, and eventual appreciation. By reframing our experiences through a lens of gratitude, we find strength and hope in the midst of hardship. Moreover, developing an attitude of gratitude enhances our relationships. Expressing appreciation for others not only deepens our connections, but also fosters a culture of kindness and generosity. When we openly share our gratitude, we encourage a reciprocal flow of appreciation, creating a more supportive and compassionate community. In embracing the Stoic principle of developing an attitude of gratitude, we embark on a journey towards a more fulfilled and joyful life. This practice doesn't require grand gestures or profound revelations. Instead, it's found in the quiet moments of reflection, in the daily recognition of the good that surrounds us, and in the heartfelt appreciation for the miracle of life itself. As we cultivate gratitude, we not only enrich our own lives, but also bring light to those around us, embodying the Stoic ideal of living a life of virtue and meaning. Change is the only constant in life. This ancient paradox, though familiar, challenges us daily with its unyielding truth. It's a reality that Stoicism, with its profound insights into human nature and the universe, addresses with clarity and depth. This brings us to our fifth Stoic principle: accept change and impermanence. The Stoics teach us that by embracing the ever-changing nature of our existence, we can attain a state of tranquility and peace, undisturbed by the flux that unnerves the unprepared mind. Marcus Aurelius, a sage in the realm of Stoicism, provided timeless wisdom on this very topic. He wrote, "Time is like a river made up of the events which happen, and a violent stream. For as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away, and another comes in its place, and this will be carried away too." Through these words, Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the fleeting nature of life, encouraging us to accept change as an integral part of our existence, not as a force to resist, but one to understand and embrace. The Stoic view on change and impermanence isn't about passive resignation, but about recognizing the natural order of the world. Everything around us, including our own lives, is in a constant state of flux. This realization frees us from the futile pursuit of trying to make permanent what is inherently temporary. Instead, Stoicism invites us to focus on living in harmony with this natural flow, finding stability within ourselves amidst the external changes. Embracing change leads to tranquility because it aligns our expectations with reality. When we accept that everything is transient, we reduce our suffering from loss and disappointment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." This perspective fosters an inner peace, knowing that change is not just a challenge to endure, but a part of the very fabric of life, offering growth and renewal. Moreover, accepting impermanence encourages us to cherish the present. If we recognize that nothing lasts forever, we learn to appreciate the beauty of the moment, the people in our lives, and the experiences we are fortunate to have. It teaches us not to take anything for granted and to live more fully, with gratitude for the temporary blessings that fill our days. In conclusion, the Stoic principle of accepting change and impermanence offers a powerful antidote to the anxieties and upheavals that come with the inevitable shifts of life. By embracing this principle, we can achieve a state of calm acceptance, finding in the heart of change itself the keys to resilience, peace, and a deeper appreciation for the transitory beauty of our existence. In the tempest of life's trials and tribulations, where does one find refuge? According to Stoic philosophy, the answer lies within us, in a fortress of the mind known as the inner citadel. This concept, our sixth principle, is about cultivating a place of unshakable strength and tranquility inside ourselves, a sanctuary that external circumstances cannot breach. It's here, within our own inner citadel, that we can weather any storm, not by avoiding challenges, but by facing them with a resilience that is born from within. The inner citadel represents our capacity for reason and virtue, the core of Stoic thought. It's about developing a mental state so fortified with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance that it becomes an impregnable fortress. This doesn't imply emotional detachment or indifference. Rather, it's about achieving a state of mind that allows us to face the world's unpredictability with calmness and clarity, ensuring our inner peace remains intact regardless of external conditions. Building this resilience requires practice and mindfulness. It involves daily reflection on our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, gently guiding them towards virtue and away from the vices of fear, anger, and despair. This process isn't about suppressing emotions, but understanding them, learning from them, and ultimately mastering them so that they serve rather than control us. Marcus Aurelius, himself a student and teacher of this principle, offers profound insights into the cultivation of the inner citadel. He writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words remind us that our true power lies in our ability to control our responses to the world around us, to remain steadfast in our principles and serene in our outlook, regardless of life's ups and downs. The cultivation of the inner citadel is akin to training a muscle. It grows stronger with consistent effort. By practicing Stoic exercises such as daily meditation on our actions and their alignment with our values, we reinforce the walls of our fortress. We learn to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, investing our energy wisely and nurturing our inner strength. This principle of cultivating your inner citadel is more than just a method for personal development. It's a pathway to freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of external circumstances, freedom from the shackles of uncontrolled emotions, and freedom to live a life of purpose and meaning. By building and fortifying our inner citadel, we not only protect ourselves from the vicissitudes of life, but also unlock our full potential, living with dignity, integrity, and peace. In a world that constantly pushes us toward external achievements and validation, turning inward for answers can seem like a revolutionary act. Yet, it is within this introspection that we find the essence of our seventh Stoic principle: practice self-reflection. This principle is not merely about looking within, it's about actively engaging with our thoughts, motives, and actions on a daily basis to cultivate a life of virtue and tranquility. Through the lens of Stoicism, daily self-examination becomes a tool for personal growth and inner peace, a practice that Marcus Aurelius himself embodied with relentless dedication. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, which later became known as Meditations, demonstrated the profound role that self-reflection played in his life. He wrote, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look there." In these words we find the Stoic belief in the inner citadel, a metaphorical fortress within each individual that can provide strength, stability, and serenity, regardless of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius's commitment to examining his actions, correcting his faults, and striving for self-improvement showcases the transformative power of self-reflection. The practice of daily self-examination involves asking ourselves critical questions. Are our actions aligned with our values? How can we respond more virtuously to the challenges we face? Where can we find opportunities for growth in our failures? This process requires honesty, patience, and the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. Yet it is through this rigorous self-scrutiny that we can cultivate a deeper understanding of our motivations, ultimately leading to more deliberate and meaningful actions. Moreover, Marcus Aurelius used self-reflection as a means to maintain calm amidst the chaos of his reign. He often reflected on the impermanence of life and the importance of living according to nature and reason. This perspective helped him navigate the complexities of leadership with a clear mind and a steady heart. By making self-reflection a daily practice, we too can foster a sense of inner calm, learning to respond to life's vicissitudes with equanimity and poise. Incorporating self-reflection into our daily routine can be as simple as setting aside a few moments each day to journal, meditate, or simply sit in quiet contemplation. The key is consistency and the willingness to engage with ourselves on a deeper level. As we practice self-reflection, we build resilience, develop a clearer sense of purpose, and create a life that is not merely reactive to external events, but guided by our most authentic selves. Embracing the Stoic practice of self-reflection teaches us that the path to external peace begins with internal exploration. As we cultivate the habit of looking inward, we unlock the doors to wisdom, virtue, and the strength to face life's challenges with grace. Let us follow in the footsteps of Marcus Aurelius, using self-reflection not just as a practice, but as a way of life, guiding us toward tranquility and fulfillment. In a world where shortcuts and superficial gains often overshadow ethical considerations, the Stoic call to act with virtue and integrity shines as a beacon for those seeking a meaningful and principled existence. This eighth principle invites us into a deeper exploration of what it means to live not just for ourselves, but in a manner that contributes to the greater good, embodying the highest ideals of character and morality. Stoicism places virtue at the heart of a fulfilled life, suggesting that true happiness and tranquility are attainable only when our actions align with our highest principles. Marcus Aurelius, a paragon of Stoic virtue, emphasized integrity as the cornerstone of his philosophy and reign. He famously stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This simple yet profound guidance underscores the Stoic belief in the power of personal responsibility and the importance of living according to one's values, even, perhaps especially, when faced with adversity. For Marcus Aurelius, virtue was not an abstract concept but a practical guide for daily living, a compass by which to navigate the complexities of life with honor and dignity. Living a virtuous life, according to Stoicism, involves practicing the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom allows us to discern the best course of action. Courage gives us the strength to follow through with our convictions. Justice ensures our actions contribute to the well-being of others. And temperance helps us maintain balance and self-control. By striving to embody these virtues in our thoughts, words, and deeds, we not only enhance our own lives, but also positively impact those around us. Marcus Aurelius's guidance on integrity and ethical living also highlights the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of all people. He encouraged us to view ourselves as part of a larger community, reminding us that what is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee. This perspective calls us to act not out of self-interest, but with a consideration for the common good, recognizing that our actions ripple out and affect the world around us. Acting with virtue and integrity might seem daunting in a world where ethical gray areas abound. However, the Stoic principle does not demand perfection. Rather, it invites us to continually strive towards betterment, to make conscious choices that reflect our deepest values, and to correct our course when we falter. It's a journey of constant learning and growth, where each decision we make contributes to the tapestry of a life well lived. Embracing this Stoic principle challenges us to rise above pettiness, greed, and short-sightedness, and to cultivate a character marked by generosity, honesty, and courage. In doing so, we not only find inner peace and satisfaction, but also contribute to a more just and compassionate world. Let us then take to heart the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, allowing virtue and integrity to guide our path towards a life of profound meaning and purpose. In the ever-fluctuating landscape of life, where fortunes can turn in the blink of an eye, how does one maintain a steady course? The Stoic philosophy offers a compelling answer through its ninth principle: view adversity with indifference. This principle does not suggest a lack of care or disengagement from life's events. Rather, it advocates for a profound equanimity towards both the highs and lows we encounter, teaching us to meet every circumstance with a balanced mind and an unshaken spirit. The Stoic approach to adversity is rooted in the understanding that life's events, be they deemed good or bad, are often outside our control. What we can control, however, is our reaction to them. Stoicism teaches us to treat both success and failure, joy and sorrow, with a calm indifference, not because these experiences are insignificant, but because our inner peace should not be contingent on external circumstances. This perspective encourages a resilience that is not easily disrupted by life's inevitable challenges. Marcus Aurelius, embodying this Stoic wisdom, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words remind us that our true power lies in our ability to maintain our inner equilibrium, regardless of the storms raging outside. By practicing detachment from the outcomes of our efforts, we learn to value the process and our personal growth above all else. This shift in perspective liberates us from the anxiety of uncertainty and the fear of loss, allowing us to live more fully in the present. Learning not to be swayed by external circumstances requires practice and mindfulness. It involves a conscious effort to recognize when our emotions are being hijacked by events outside our control, and to gently steer ourselves back to a state of inner calm. This Stoic practice does not diminish the richness of our experiences, but rather enhances our capacity to appreciate life in all its complexity without being overwhelmed by it. Viewing adversity with indifference also empowers us to take more risks and embrace the opportunities for growth that come with them. When we are not paralyzed by the fear of failure or overly attached to the prospect of success, we are free to pursue our goals with a clear vision and a brave heart. This approach to life transforms our relationship with adversity, turning what might have been obstacles into stepping stones on the path to wisdom and fulfillment. Embracing the Stoic principle of viewing adversity with indifference teaches us to find our center in the midst of chaos, to remain anchored in our values and virtues, and to approach life's uncertainties with courage and poise. As we cultivate this inner strength and serenity, we not only navigate the ups and downs of life more gracefully, but also inspire those around us to do the same. Let us therefore learn from the Stoics and strive to meet each moment, whether bitter or sweet, with a heart full of equanimity and a mind at peace. In the journey of life, there's one destination we all share, yet often strive to avoid even thinking about: our mortality. However, the Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature and the universe, embrace this inevitability not with fear, but as a vital principle for living a meaningful life. This brings us to our 10th and final Stoic principle: remember mortality, or memento mori. This practice of reflecting on mortality serves as a powerful reminder of our finite existence, urging us to live with purpose, gratitude, and resilience. The Stoic practice of memento mori is not a morbid obsession with death, but rather a tool to clarify what truly matters in life. By acknowledging that our time on earth is limited, we are compelled to examine our priorities, to focus on what is genuinely important, and to let go of trivial concerns and petty grievances. This realization sharpens our appreciation for the present moment, encouraging us to live fully and authentically, mindful of the legacy we wish to leave behind. Marcus Aurelius, a steadfast practitioner of Stoicism, often reflected on the impermanence of life, not only to temper his own actions as a ruler, but also to cultivate an inner tranquility amidst the tumult of existence. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words encapsulate the Stoic attitude towards death, a constant reminder that life is precious and fleeting, urging us to act with kindness, integrity, and urgency. Remembering our mortality can also be a source of calm in the face of adversity. When we consider the vastness of time and the inevitability of death, our personal struggles and challenges gain a new perspective. What once seemed overwhelming becomes more manageable, reminding us of our resilience and the transient nature of all things. This awareness can bring a profound peace, knowing that just as joy is temporary, so too are pain and sorrow. Furthermore, memento mori encourages us to live each day as if it were our last, not in a hedonistic rush for experience, but with a deliberate focus on creating meaning and joy in our lives and the lives of others. It teaches us to cherish our relationships, pursue our passions with zeal, and contribute to the world in ways that reflect our deepest values and aspirations. In embracing the Stoic principle of remembering mortality, we unlock a more vibrant, purpose-driven existence. We learn to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, to appreciate the beauty in every moment, and to act in ways that make a positive difference. So, let us carry the wisdom of memento mori in our hearts, allowing it to illuminate our path, remind us of our shared humanity, and inspire us to live with courage, love, and an unwavering zest for life. As we draw this journey to a close, we've traversed the rich and profound landscape of Stoicism through the lens of 10 timeless principles inspired by Marcus Aurelius. From embracing what lies within our control to viewing adversity with indifference, from cultivating an inner citadel of strength to remembering the ever-present shadow of mortality, these principles invite us into a deeper engagement with life, ourselves, and the world around us. We've explored the Stoic virtues of living a life marked by mindfulness, gratitude, and integrity, alongside the serene acceptance of change and the courage to face life's challenges with equanimity. These teachings, though ancient, resonate with striking relevance in our modern lives, offering a compass for navigating the complexities of the 21st century with grace and resilience. I encourage you, as we part ways, to reflect on these principles and consider how they might be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Imagine the tranquility that could come from accepting what you cannot change, the strength to be found in facing adversity without fear, and the joy of living each moment with a deep sense of gratitude and presence. By incorporating these Stoic practices into our lives, we not only cultivate a personal refuge of calmness and resilience, but also contribute to a world in dire need of wisdom, compassion, and steadiness. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism, epitomized by Marcus Aurelius, stands not as a relic of the past, but as a beacon for the future. In an age characterized by rapid change and uncertainty, these principles offer a foundation upon which to build a life of meaning, virtue, and peace. As we go forth, let us carry the insights and teachings of Stoicism with us, allowing them to illuminate our path and guide our steps. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. May the principles we've discovered together inspire you to live with greater calmness, resilience, and purpose. Remember, the journey towards a Stoic life is one of continuous learning and growth, a path that we walk not just for ourselves but for the betterment of all. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that.